So when trying to find out what's the solution set here, a couple of things that are useful to look at and is really in line with our triple T document. Notice step 1, we don't look at the answer options right away because typically they'll only confuse you. However, it can be useful to look at the answer format. And notice with these answer options, yeah, the shading is in different directions. For example, in options A and B, it's above the line, whereas in option C and D, it's below. But the other thing that is noteworthy is the lines themselves are not all identical. So in that case, it would be beneficial to actually get y by itself, so in other words, in slope-intercept form, so that we can see which line actually matches the y-intercept and slope. So to get y by itself, we're going to go ahead and subtract 2x from both sides. Make sure this negative that's with the 3y comes down in your simplification. We have greater than or equal to, and even though we could put 5 minus 2x, I want it in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to put negative 2x plus 5. And an important thing to know is that with inequalities, when you multiply or divide by a negative, that causes the inequality symbol to flip. Now, if it was or equal to, it's still or equal to, and if it wasn't, it's still not. And we get a positive, because two negatives make a positive. A positive divided by negative is a negative. And notice we have a negative y-intercept. This one and this one are both positive y-intercepts, so right away I'm going to eliminate those choices. For options B and D, to me those lines look the same, so I'm not going to waste time going with the slope and seeing which one's different because they look about the same to me. Now the difference between B and D is where the shading is, and because it's less than or equal to after we flipped it when we did our division, less than or equal to means the shading should be down or below the line. So that has to do with option D, whereas option B, the shading was going above the line. Now, if you had forgotten to flip the inequality symbol, you would have mistakenly still had it as greater than or equal to, and you would have chosen B, which is not the correct answer.